Advisory for me is like a time to work on homework that I need to catch up on for any classes, or I also like to work on any work that I have that is due for the next classes after advisory.
Advisory is a free class period where you can go and get more help if you need it with a class that maybe an hour wasn't enough and you just need a little bit more time to go over with. Or if you're failing any classes, you can go and get more help to bring your grades up.
It's a class where you can catch up, like travel to other classes and catch up on assignments. It's like a class that helps you in your grades.
Monday through Thursday, you're supposed to travel, which means getting signed out from the teacher that you're about to travel to. So say, for instance, I want to travel to anatomy, I'll get signed out from my anatomy teacher in my agenda, and when the travel bell rings, I'll go to his class to remake work or do work in his class.
During that time, you're supposed to be doing your work. Like you're supposed to be being productive. You're supposed to be productive in your schoolwork, either by staying in your advisory and doing catching up on some work you have to do, or finishing some work that you didn't finish in any of your previous classes.
So for Monday through Thursday, you have the option to travel to any of the teachers that you feel like you need to work on more in their classes, or if you need to catch up with work, that's what traveling is for. Or if you just want to stay in your advisory, you can just work on any homework or studying or anything you need to work on.
Some things that can happen on Friday is what my teacher does is if we all have good grades, she puts on a movie for us, or she does grade checks to see how her kids are doing and if they need help in any class.
Some ideas for Fun Fridays are like movies or just a time for everybody to debrief and relax because it's the last day of the week.
You could have like play some games, or if your advisory teacher allows it, you could bring some like board games or something. I know my advisory teacher doesn't allow us to use our phones during Monday to Thursday, and she allows us to use them during Fridays, so that's a thing you can also do.
So on Fridays, my advisory likes to go outside and interact with each other by playing games or doing any fun activities that our advisor agrees with. For example, we like to go play volleyball in the volleyball court that we have. I don't know where it is. And we like to play softball, any sports or activities.
For students that are struggling in one of our classes, there's after school peer tutoring. So if you don't want to go to a teacher for help, maybe you're embarrassed or something, there are peer tutoring, which means there are other students tutoring you on the subject that you need help in. After school every day from 3:30 to 5. And then on Saturdays, there's also tutoring from 8 to 12 in the morning. And then and then during advisory, you can travel.
If you're struggling in a class, it's good to travel to the class that you're struggling in, or after school, you can go to tutoring.
Sim points are earned by getting Fs on your in your classes. The way you have to take off these points, because if you don't, there are consequences to still having points, and this varies depending on how much you have. The way you take them off is either by traveling during advisory time, or how I previously stated, going to tutoring. And for tutoring, it varies. You could either take off half a point, or 2 points, but also 4 points if you go during the Saturday, since there's it's a bigger time lapse of allowance of tutoring. And for traveling, you get half a point.
You get sim points by not showing up to class or getting an F in a class. Sim points doesn't, I don't really consider it bad. I think it's a good thing, because if you don't get the subject, then you can come in and get extra help on it.